punctuality thing, my goodness, what a surprise. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Jer. Hello, good afternoon. Monday, 17th of September, 2018, and live till 5. It's The Big Show. Steve, right in the afternoon, hello.
Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
There's so little else occupying my head. There is nothing I need except the function to breathe. But I'm not really fussed, doesn't matter to me. Ruby, 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 Ruby. And do you know how you do it to me? Clocks be reset and the pendulum's held. 'Cause there's nothing at all except the space in between. Finding out what you're called and repeating your name. Ruby, 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 Ruby. Do you know what you do it to me? Joking with me, and you don't really see you and me. Could it be that you're joking with me, and you don't really see you with me?
Chiefs. Ruby, 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 Ruby. How you doing then? How was your weekend? All right? You can email The Big Show. It's steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You can text 88291. You can tweet us at BBC Radio 2. It's 2:07 in Great Britain. This is Radio 2. Hands up for a fresh, brand new computer upgrade. Yeah, you need it. Come on, you need it. Hands up for last night's Bodyguard. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And hands up for Finding Love Online then. It's our latest social action campaign. More on that later. Big Show.
Tonight, I just want to take you up in the sky. Let's set this party on fire. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, bad bitches and your ugly old friends. I cannot preach, I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I can get it in. First, take your sip, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, ooh, we too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so clear. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so clear. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so clear. Now, watch me break it down like 24 karat, 24 karat. What's that sound? Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling. Just put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
I just love that. 24K Magic, it's Bruno Mars. You can email us, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk should you need a shout out. Text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Well, the weather's like this. Warm and sunny for most of the UK, apart from some parts of Scotland where it's cloudy and wet. High of 25 in Gravesend. Tonight, a mild night for all, but lots of rain around. It's going to be very windy in western coastal areas. Then tomorrow, windy with a mixture of sunshine and showers. Thank you to Jeremy, by the way.
Now, Jeremy Vine. News doesn't get any better than this.
It really doesn't. Thank you, Trailerman.
You're welcome.
Lights on sunset tonight, Aberdeen 7:22, in Hull 7:13, Swansea 7:26 and Poole 7:18.
5 minutes into the day, I knew you're the one I've been waiting for.
Love can lead to unexpected places.
We were on vacation for 13 days, but we've been talking for 6 months.
It can be a difficult task.
It wasn't as fun an experience. Doesn't make you feel particularly special.
And now it's only a text message away.
It just gives you such an adrenaline rush.
All this week with me, Jeremy Vine, we discover how to find love online, featuring real-life stories of its highs and lows.
He asked if he could borrow money. I was so gullible, I just believed what he was saying.
Finding love online.
Then he said, "Where have you been?"
Every day this week at midday.
Or right now at the Radio 2 website.
Shout Radio 2, now the Doobie Brothers, Long Train Running, no G. running. Doobie Brothers.
Live till 5. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Hey everyone, this is Paul, McCartney. Me and Ringo were sitting on the beach back in the 90s, and we found these strange components in the sound. There were RAMs, a CPU processor, 2 gigabyte sticks, and an old OXO tin. Along came George, he said, solder all these together and see what you get, Paul. So we did. And lo and behold, what did we get? Well, we'd invented the computer. In fact, it was the first iMac, or iMacker, as we now call it. It's great. Very user-friendly.
Wraps a doll around her as she's heading for the bedroom chair. It's just another day. Slipping into stockings, stepping into shoes, dipping in the pocket of her raincoat. It's just another day. At the office where the papers grow, she takes a break, drinks another coffee, and she finds it hard to stay awake. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. So sad, so sad. Sometimes she feels so sad. Alone in an apartment she dwells till the man of her dreams comes to break the spell. Oh, stay, don't stand around. And he comes and he stays, but he leaves the next day. So sad. Sometimes she feels so sad as she posts another letter to the silent fire. People gather around her and she finds it hard to stay alive. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. So sad, so sad. Sometimes she feels so sad. Alone in an apartment she dwells till the man of her dreams comes to break the spell. Oh, stay, don't stand around. And he comes and he stays, but he leaves the next day. So sad. Sometimes she feels so sad. Every day she takes a morning bath, she wets her head, wraps a towel around her as she's heading for the bedroom chair.
See, that is your real Paul McCartney. Another day.
Slipping into stockings, stepping into shoes, dipping in the pocket of her raincoat. It's just another day.
Could you put a big shout out to Joe, Darren and Shell, loving the show, just making our way back home after dropping Charlie off at Plymouth Uni. Steve, hello. Can you do a big shout out to Ali and Jude en route to Falkirk to eventually get to see the Kelpies and the Falkirk Wheel after 4 attempts to see them? Loving the show. Thank you.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine.
Yeah.
Today's big question. Are you overweight? So what? It's not my problem. Call me.
Daley Thompson's on with us today, Olympic champion, discussing his fitness program called Daley 5 Minutes. Daley 5 Minutes. Play on words, yeah. Sarah Steele, actress starring in The Humans at the Hampstead Theatre in London. Tim Smith, Bobby Pryor, Tom Harrigan. There's Shoujo Sharka later with the sport. And Friday Love Online Factors, the oldies chosen by Tony Strike in Port Leven in Cornwall.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Rest, you will find me at the time I love the best, watching rainbows play on sunlight, pools of water, ice from cold nights in the morning. 'Tis the morning of my life. In the daytime, I will meet you as before. You will find me waiting by the ocean floor, building castles in the shifting sand, in a world that no one understands. In the morning, 'tis the morning of my life. 'Tis the morning of my it's only morning and you still to live your day. In the evening, I will fly you to the moon, to the top, right hand corner of the ceiling in my room, where we'll stay till the sun shines another day, to swing on clotheslines. May I be yawning. 'Tis the morning of my life.
Oh, what a song. Morning of My Life, the Bee Gees.
'Tis the morning of
And it's just so pretty. Email us steve.wright@bbc.co.uk for a shout out. Text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Monday afternoon on Radio 2.
in the morning. In the morning.
Hey, Steve and team, we're just coming to the end of our lovely break here in Rome and off to the airport soon. We've had a lovely time. Thanks from Lorraine and Steve Brosnan. Loving the show. Thank you.
For hundreds of years, brass has been part of the musical landscape. But there's more to it than you might think. Join acclaimed jazz musician James Morrison
for the brassiest selection of music here on BBC Radio 2. Anything goes. Big bands, jazz, funk, pop, street bands and brass bands sit side by side. All played on a combination of trumpets, trombones, horns, cornets, tubas and sousaphones. If If you like your music big, bold and brassy, join me, James Morrison, for my new series, Top Brass.
Tuesday night from 9.
Radio 2.
Thank you, James.
Come on now.
Oh, yeah. 2:26 now on Radio 2.
Oh, Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Joe and Simon back today, joined by comedian Harry Hill, and there's another end of days quiz and a new confession and more life hacks. All with Joe and Simon back today at 5.
Dancing with your silhouette in the places that we've been. Ooh, trying to find you in the moon. Paris never feels the same when the streets all call your name. Ooh, so I hide in crowded rooms. And I'll follow right down the river where the ocean meets the sky. To you, to you. Once upon a time we had it all. Somewhere down the line we went and lost it. One brick at a time we watched it fall. I'm broken here tonight, I'm darling, no one else can fix me. Only you, only you. Oh, no one else can fix me. Only you, only you, only you. Oh, no one else can fix me. Only you. Did I let go of your hand for a castle made of sand? Ooh, that fell into the blue. I went following the sun to be alone with everyone. Ooh, looking round a crowded room. And I follow right down the river where the ocean meets the sky. To you, to you. Once upon a time we had it all. We had it all. Somewhere down the line we went and lost it. We went and lost it. One brick at a time we watched it fall. I'm broken here tonight, and darling, no one else can fix me. Only you, only you. Yeah, and no one else can fix me. Only you, like you. Only you, nobody else. Only you, and no one else can fix me. Only you.
Ow, that is pumping. More compression. Little Mix cheat codes. Love it. Only you. Steve can give me a shout out. I'm travelling to Newcastle. Great show as always. Thank you from Jason and Three Ways Transport. All there. You got it. Yeah.
Hi, this is Jeremy Vine. If you could, Steve, I'd be awfully grateful. And you don't have to. But as you're my friend, I know you might. Play that very nice new Paul Weller single. It really is smashing.
Oh, don't get emotional.
I got the key to my home. I don't need nothing else. I watch the evening sky. Oh, and it's painting itself. There's such colors and shades to help my mind reappraise. Simple beauty unfolds. It struck me deep in my bones. I'm moving on. The moment finally has come. Like a pebble is thrown, so deep and unknown, so deep in me too. This feeling will do that I, oh,
Moving on.
I got love all around.
It's Paul Weller.
I don't need nothing else.
Daley Thompson's on with us later, Olympic champion, and Sarah Steele, actress starring in Humans, currently at the Hampstead Theatre, and also the oldies chosen by Tony Strike in Porthleven in Cornwall later.
And I'm watching the late show in my flat all alone. Oh, I hate to spend the evening on my own. Looking outside the window as I look around the room, and it makes me so depressed to see the gloom. There's not a soul out there, no one to hear my but there's nothing there to see, no one in sight. There's not a soul out there, no one to hear my prayer. Give me a man after midnight. Won't somebody help me chase the shadows away? Give me a man after midnight. Take me through the darkness to the break of the day. There's not a soul out there, no one to hear my prayer.
Give me a man after midnight. Say Cher, of course. Hello there. Can you give a shout out to Max, Nick and Ian working in Bury St Edmunds, and can you tell Nick to put that cigarette out? Nick, put that cigarette out. We got 23 minutes to 3. Any chance of the biggest shout out ever for the Whitchurch Girls Under-16s football team in Bristol? Absolutely. First game of the season yesterday, they were all amazing, ending up with a 4-1 win. And that's from Kev.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
Now, let me bring on Tim Smith, if I may, and tell you that all this week on BBC Radio 2 and on the Jeremy Vine Show at 1 p.m, we're discovering how to find love online with special programmes and packages, exploring the process of finding a date to what can happen when you finally meet. You've heard Jeremy start today with some of the basics, the apps, the websites that are out there, and how to create a dating profile. Then tomorrow, he'll be looking at discreet dating sites with more throughout the week, including catfishing and how to prepare your first ever online date. Catfishing. There's plenty of info at bbc.co.uk/Radio 2. And to get you thinking about swiping left or right this afternoon, we got some online dating factoids. That's what we're going to do. Starting with this from Tim.
The first ever online dating service, which was Match.com, was created in 1995 in the USA. Now, dating apps are worth £11.7 billion to the UK economy every year, with 20 million people in the UK using dating sites every month.
Over 50% of couples will meet online by 2031 via online dating or other websites, with the biggest growth in users over the next decade in the 55 to 64-year-old age group, thanks to an increase in their internet usage.
According to research, nearly 81% of online daters have lied on their dating profiles, mainly about weight for women and height for men.
Men spend 50% less time reading the text in profiles than women, spending 65% more time looking at the pictures instead.
A third of single people on dating websites never actually arrange a date to meet face-to-face, and there's about a 1 in 5 chance that your match is already in another relationship.
Couples that have met online have a 6% chance, 6% divorce rate compared to 8% from partnerships made offline. That's interesting.
Tinder was launched in 2012, and by 2014, it was registering more than 1 billion swipes a day. It now has over 50 million users.
Now, the app Bumble, where women make the first move, was created in 2014 and now has 37 million users.
When looking for a potential partner online, the most important deal breakers are smoking, drinking, political views, religious views, education, racial background, and children.
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't talk about Brexit.
Factoids.
Falling into you, baby. Even electricity can't compare to what I feel when I'm with you. Oh, baby, giving up my ghost for you. Now I'm see-through. You give me a feeling so strong. I know you've been treating yourself wrong. So let me care for you. Oh, baby, I'ma love you differently. I'll give you electricity, give it to you. And even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. And I would stop the world for you. You know I wanna let you know I'll
events occurring today, Monday afternoon. It's Monday, 17th of September. It's Love Your Gut Week starts today. Meningitis Awareness Week, Gas Safety Week, and National Cupcake Week. In America, it's Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. This is observed on the day the U.S. Constitutional Convention signed the Constitution in 1787. The Body-worn Camera Fall Forum is on today in Dallas in Texas, and the 70th Primetime Emmy Awards are tonight in Los Angeles. That's a big do. The International Conference on Waste Management and the Environment has started in Seville, Spain. I know you wanted to make that. The Green World Awards for Environmental Best Practice by companies, organisations and governments are tonight in Ankara in Turkey. The Children's Book Show 2018, that's a tour featuring children's literature writers and illustrators, has been launched today in Leicester by the brilliant Michael Rosen. Baz Luhrmann, a happy birthday.
Well, it wasn't the only thing I did. I had a day job.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
You've done a couple of films as well, yeah.
10 years in a dark room.
But it's obviously very close to your heart, this project.
Yes, it is. And do you know something funny that happened just the other day? Flash saw Ep 1, but he said, you know what? As a filmmaker, you're a DJ.
It's an outrage. Baz Luhrmann, who is 56 today. Happy birthday then, Baz. Theresa May has told the BBC that MPs will have a choice between her proposed deal with the EU or no deal at all. Looking at the TV ratings for today, we see that The Bodyguard, or Bodyguard as it's called, 8 million overnight. Those are the overnight figures. So it'll be different once with people who watch catch up. It'll be even more than that.
That is still really good. I mean, it's really caught the country's attention and imagination, I think. Last weekend I saw it and I thought, oh, it's a bit too complicated. Is he doing that? Is she saying this? What's going on? I kind of lost the thread last weekend, but last night, that was fantastic. And I was talking about it in the office with somebody, and then somebody else in the office said, shut up, we haven't seen it. So I'm not giving anything away except to say, I think some of the threads were straightened out last night. I thought it was brilliant.
I thought they weren't, actually. I was slightly confused because I missed one episode, so I was slightly confused last night. He's very good, though.
He is very good,
He's great.
I think they're all very good. I think it's a great cast.
Yeah, so do I. Anyway, it's the last one next week.
Who do you think's behind it all?
I've got an idea.
Yeah, but you think it's that woman
I don't know. It's somebody in an official position.
Oh, well spotted, Sherlock.
Okay. All right, well, Daley Thompson going to be with us later. The legendary Daley Thompson, Olympic champion, discussing his fitness program, Daley, D-A-L-E-Y, 5 minutes. See? And Sarah Steele, actress starring in The Humans at the Hampstead Theatre.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
One child grows up to be somebody that just loves to learn, and another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn. Mom loves the both of them. You see, it's in the blood. Both kids are good to mom. Blood's thicker than the mud. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
Still checking each other out. Hey, nobody wants to blow. Nobody wants to be left out. You can't leave cause your heart is there. But you can't stay cause you've been somewhere else. You can't cry cause you look broke down. But you're crying anyway cause you're all broke down. It's a family affair.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Yeah, a family affair.
So Daley Thompson is very busy winning a medal for the javelin, I think. And the commentator, NBC commentator at the Olympics, as he is winning it, the commentator for some reason is winding down as opposed to winding up. Anyway, Daley Thompson with us later.
Javelin is taking place a little while ago. And Daley Thompson on his way to the Olympic gold medal for the second time. He would join Bob Mathias as the only men to have accomplished that. This was Thompson's first throw as he sailed it out there 214 feet, well past Hingson's mark. He's got the lead. He's
got the lead. He's going to win. And I expect the guy to be more excited.
Meters to go. The question is, can he set a world record?
Yes, he can. Here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the M62 eastbound exit slip road onto the anti-clockwise M60 is still closed following this morning's accident. Now, the lorry is back on its wheels, but it's waiting to be recovered. The diversion is via the M602. So if you're heading around to Birchwood at the moment on the M62 eastbound, that's why the queues are so heavy through there. It's not on the main carriageway, it's on the exit slip road. Problems with the M6 northbound, still a struggle. 17 to 18, there was an accident earlier up towards Holmes Chapel. It left delays back to 16. So that heavy traffic, although much more of a broken queue, is still slow on that stretch. M42, both ways 1 to 2, we've got these barrier repairs. So a lane closed in each direction between Bromsgrove and Redditch, following the earlier accident, which is now cleared. The M1 southbound 28 for Alfreton, there's an accident there that's closed a lane. The A40 now westbound, the exit slit road is still shut at St Ives Junction 26 following this morning's accident. Now, there was a fuel spillage there as well. That's why it's taking so long to reopen that slip road, but you've got queues throughout the area. I will have more for you later this afternoon on that, of course, as we go through. M40 on the southbound side, 3 to 2, Beaconsfield. If you've got an accident, at least one lane is shut. M25 clockwise over the QE2 bridge. They are holding the traffic for recovery of a vehicle following an earlier accident. So queues back to 29 already. Also on the M25 on the anti-clockwise side at 25 for Enfield, there's an accident that's closed one lane and stationary traffic. Finally, the A34 northbound, if you're heading up towards the M40 at Weston on the Green, the accident there earlier. Now, they've cleared the main carriageway. However, you've still got really heavy delays, so give yourself extra time. Thanks for your updates as well. Back for another one, 40 minutes.
Thank you to Bobster.
She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Drop top, how we rollin' down on Collin South Beach. Yeah, look like Kelly rollin', this might be my destiny. Yeah. She want me to eat it, I guess dinner's on me. I got you, know I got the sauce like a recipe. She just wanna do it for the grand. You know you. She just want this money in my hand. I know you. I'ma give it to her when she dance, dance, dance. Ay. She gon' catch a Uber out the Calabasas. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. I think you got the wrong impression about me back. Just cause they heard what hood I'm from, they think I'm crazy. Okay, well maybe just a little crazy. Just a little. Cause I admit I'm crazy about that lady, yeah. Finger to the world, let's you pay. I've been slaving, done the cause I'm running out of patience. No more waiting, no. Bouncing like a yo-yo. Living life on fast forward, but we slow-mo, yeah. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo, just wanna kick kick it, Jackie Chan. She said she too young, don't want no man. So she gon' call her friends, now that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo just wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
We're on our way back to Harrogate from our daughter's wedding in Hickstead. Loving the music whilst on the A14. Regards from Jane and Andy. Can you say hi to Joe and Dave? All right, Dave? Dave Smith, travelling back to Devon after a fabulous week walking in the lakes. We don't walk in the lakes. I know what you mean. Your show is keeping us going on the long trek home.
Got me right, and I feel
Tiesto, Post Malone, Jackie Chan.
She don't wanna be no wife. She just wanna stay out late. She just wanna no wife. Can't tell her nothing, no, can't tell her nothing, no.
All right, looking at some more news now. X Factor judge Robbie Williams turns alien hunter in a new film, The Angel Singer, it says. They always say that, don't they? They find their biggest hit and then they go, the singer. Visits a ranch plagued by paranormal events and recalls a close encounter with a UFO. And last time I was speaking to Robbie about UFOs, we were saying, I very occasionally listen to a program that goes on through the night. Used to be presented by a guy called Art Bell. This is on American radio. And basically it's all about UFOs and about extraterrestrials. And what happens is the host comes on, people call in and say they've spotted one, or no, what are you laughing at?
Just I remember the conversation, because Robbie is quite serious about all of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he said, didn't he, that he used to sit up on his roof in LA at his home there and gaze up at the stars and listen to that programme and phone in sometimes, I think he said.
It always amazes me the way people laugh at people talking about UFOs.
I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them.
Like as if there's not likely to be life out there with all those billions of planets. There's going to be life somewhere, old friend.
Don't know that.
Anyway, let's move on because we'll only get into an argument. So that's Robbie is in that thing. What else? Marco bans Michelin star inspectors. Marco Pierre White has banned inspectors from the Michelin Guide from visiting his new restaurant. The British chef, insisted that he doesn't want to be eligible for the prestigious Michelin stars awarded by the Guide, saying they sell tyres. I sell food.
Do you know what? I wondered when somebody in the food industry would make that connection.
Well, I don't think it matters, but that's his opinion. Inside number 10, deal or no deal, talking about that. The Brexit deadline is looming and Theresa May has to strike a deal with the EU and convince the public and MPs that her plan is the best approach. So she plots it out tonight at 8:30. Inside number 10, deal or no deal. It's a Panorama special. Check it out. Kylie Minogue, it is reported, could perform at Glastonbury 14 years after pulling out of headlining because she was ill at the time, as you'll remember. And what you got over there, good friend?
Fixing broken phone screens now costs us more than £680 million a year, says a new poll today. How is your smartphone screen?
Yes,
is it all right?
okay, yeah.
Yeah, mine's okay as well. This poll showed that more than half of mobile owners paid around £30 or more to fix their phone in the last year. There are currently around 42.7 million smartphone users in the UK. More than a third are currently using a damaged phone.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't drop it.
How do people drop it? I mean, I dropped one down the loo once. It turned out to be all right.
Well, I've dropped one down the loo as well, but it certainly didn't turn out to be all right. But the smartphone, I've got one of those kind of rubber surrounds on the smartphone.
Yeah, me too.
Like a shock absorber. But my wife's got one with a broken screen. I don't know how they drop it. Gets knocked off of there or dropped when they're getting out of the car. All kinds of things.
Yeah, you really need a protective thing on it. Really do. Richard Gere is to become a dad aged 69. Has already had the baby blessed by the Dalai Lama. We got Daley Thompson on with us later, and also Sarah Steele, all on the big show.
It's Steve Wright in the afternoon. Cupid don't love me like he used to do, 'cause I'm broken hearted way too soon. I let my guard down, the devil's gone and left me a bruise. Rocks at the bottom when I try again. Romeo still lives in my head. Thought I would settle down when happy ever after had been said. 6, 5, 4, 3. Too many times, 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 t
If he saves me from the dragon, well, for that loving, I'll be a fool. I'd overlook the stupid things he does. Straight up forgive him when he's wrong. When he's falling off the wagon, we still dance to our favorite slow song. 6, 5, 4, 3. Too many times I wish I never cared. Been torn and twisted, oh I swear. Too many nights crying that it's not fair. If I get hurt again, I need a lifetime to
A lifetime to repair. It's Kylie Minogue. Got news next, and when we come back, Tony's strike in Porthleven in Cornwall is picking out the non-stop oldies.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Tom Howrigan. The International Monetary Fund has warned that Britain would face a significantly worse economic outlook if it were to leave the EU without an agreement. Setting out its annual assessment of the UK economy, the IMF's managing director Christine Lagarde said that all Brexit outcomes would entail costs for the UK. Theresa May's critics have rejected her assertion that MPs will have to choose between her approach to Brexit and leaving the EU without a deal. The former Liberal Democrat leader Nick Clegg described it as a con trick, while Hilary Benn, the Labour chair of the Commons Brexit Committee, said Mrs May's proposals for tariff-free trade had already been rejected by the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier.
Now, there is another way of achieving the same objective, which is for Britain to remain in a customs union with the European Union. That is the policy of the Labour Party that we're campaigning for. So to narrow the choices between whatever the Prime Minister comes back with and no deal, and to pretend that somehow we could accept no deal, well, I don't think the House of Commons would be prepared to do that.
Jaguar Land Rover is to move workers at its Castle Bromwich plant onto a 3-day week until Christmas. The company's boss warned last week about the possible impact of Brexit, but the change is also linked to concerns about diesel sales. Here's our business correspondent, Theo Leggett.
Jaguar Land Rover said it was making temporary adjustments to its production schedules at its Castle Bromwich factory because of what it called continuing headwinds affecting the car industry. It's understood these include the declining market for diesel cars, as well as uncertainty over Brexit. About 1,000 employees will be affected, although no jobs will be cut. Last week, the company's chief executive, Ralph Spade, blamed the government's policy on diesel for the loss of 1,000 jobs at its Solihull plant earlier this year. He also warned that without the right Brexit deal, tens of thousands more within the industry could be at stake.
The Prison Officers Association says 5 staff have been treated in hospital after what's been described as a major disturbance at Bedford Jail. Violence broke out yesterday morning. Joe Black reports.
HMP Bedford is a Category B prison which holds 500 male prisoners. It's been in special measures since May because of safety concerns. Last week, inspectors warned that inmates had in effect taken control of the prison, triggering a formal process for making improvements. The Prison Officers Association says 5 prison staff needed hospital treatment after a major disturbance yesterday morning. It says riot squads with the support of dog sections helped restore order. The Ministry of Justice confirmed an incident had been brought under control, but denied that riot squads were deployed.
New figures show punctuality on Britain's railways in the year to August was the worst in 12 years. The Office of Rail and Road says 1 in 7 trains failed to meet punctuality standards, partly because of freezing weather and problems blamed on new timetables. And that's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 3. Our next at 4.
Thank you, Tom. Got some good oldies coming up now.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Steve Wright in the afternoon. Non-stop oldies.
BBC Radio 2. These are the non-stop oldies. Communards, Don't Leave Me This Way, and Elbow. One day like this.
Drinking in the morning sun, blinking in the morning sun, shaking off the heavy one, yeah, heavy like a loaded gun.
non-stop oldies chosen by Tony Strike. Hello, Tony, in Porthleven in Cornwall. I'm a 52-year-old architectural technologist. I've got 3 kids, Caitlin, Justin and Danielle. Or it might be Daniel. I'm pleased to say that 12-year-old Daniel, yes it is, has a very similar music taste to me, including Queen. I enjoy watching my local football team, and I'm a huge Liverpool fan. Play table tennis once a week. Oh, that's really good for you. And I'm an auxiliary Coast Guard in my spare time. Now, it was a difficult task whittling down my chosen tunes, and I have to leave some absolutely belters off the list, sadly. Some are simply cracking tunes, some hold poignant memories for me, and some are just fun to listen to.
Time is straighten right out, creating problems in town. Routine, a message to you. Routine, a message to you.
Steve.wright@bbc.co.uk for a shout out of any kind. You can text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. These are the non-stop oldies chosen by Tony Strike in Porthleven in Cornwall.
Sometimes I get to feeling I was back in the old days, long ago. When we were kids, when we were young, things seemed so perfect, you know. The days were endless, we were crazy, we were young. The sun was always shining, we just lived for fun. Sometimes it seems like lately, I just don't know. The rest of my life's been just a show. just a game. No use in sitting and thinking of what you did, when you can lay back and enjoy it through your kids. Sometimes it seems like lately, I just don't know. Better sit back and go with the flow. 'Cause these are the days of our lives that float in the swiftness of time. These days are all gone now, but some things remain. When I look and I find no change. Those were the days of our lives. Yeah. Bad things in life were so few. Those days are all gone now, but one thing's still true. When I look and I find I still love you. I still love you.
Love you too. Over the next few weeks, we'll be talking to the stars of the new Queen film. It's called Bohemian Rhapsody. And there's Queen, and these are the days of our lives on the non-stop oldies.
With apologies, I'm back.
On BBC Radio 2.
Hey, Radio 2!
He's ready and raring to go.
People have been in touch vis-a-vis that thing. I've no idea. But I'm glad. Thank you for being interested.
It's Graham Norton.
When were they? Have these been in the printer tray for about 10 weeks? People have been divorced. I'm about to do wedding shout-outs. Actually, they're not together anymore. That didn't work out. Don't look at me like that. I'm feigning interest in our listeners' emails.
Available to hear by downloading the BBC iPlayer radio app.
Nice one, Graham. Thank you.
88 to 91.
319 on the oldies.
BBC Radio 2. Back to back, it's hit after hit. The non-stop oldies every day.
The Indians send signals from the rocks above the pass. The cowboys take position in the bushes and the grass. The score is with the corporal, she is tied against a tree. She doesn't mind the language, it's the beating she don't need. She lets loose all the horses when the corporal is asleep. And he wakes to find the fire's dead and arrows in his axe. And Davy Crockett rides around and says it's cool for cats, it's cool for cats. The Sweeney's doing 90 cause they've got the word to go. They get a gang of villains in a shed up at Heathrow. They're counting out the fivers when the handcuffs lock again. In and out at once with the numbers on their names. It's funny how the missus always looks a bleeding sane. And meanwhile at the station there's a couple of likely lads who swear like as your father, and they're very cool for cats, they're cool for cats. Change the mood a little, I've been posing down the pub. I'm seeing my reflection, I'm looking slightly rough. I fancy this, I fancy that, I wanna be so flash. I'll give a little muscle and I'll spend a little cash. But all I get is bitter and a nasty little rash. And by the time I'm sober I've forgotten what I've had. And everybody tells me that it's cool to be a cat, cool for cats. her lots of questions that she hangs onto the wall. I kiss her for the first time and then I take her home. I'm invited in for coffee and I give the dog a bone. She likes to go to discos but she's never on her own. I said I'll see you later and I'll give her some old chat. But it's not like they on the TV. When it's called for cats, it's called for cats.
Always used to think they could do a movie of this song, couldn't they? It's Squeeze, Call for Cats on the non-stop oldies. All of these non-stop oldies are chosen by Tony Strike in Porthleven in Cornwall.
Time flies when you're having fun. I heard somebody say, but if all I've been is fun, then baby let me go. Don't wanna be in your way, and I don't wanna be your second choice. Don't wanna be just your friend. You keep telling me that you're not in love. Wanna throw it all away, but I can't stay away from you. I don't wanna let you go. No, it's killing me, that's true. There's just some things I can't control. Your love is slipping through my hands, though I've heard it all before. I know you're telling me the truth. No, it's just no use, but I can't stay away from you. Hold on to every bit of hope. That's all I ever do. Hoping you might change your mind and call me up to say how much you need me to. Though you're leaving me no other choice than to turn and walk away. Look over your shoulder, I'll be there. You can count on me to stay, 'cause I can't stay away from you. I don't wanna let you go. I know it's killing me, that's true. There's just some things I can't control. Your love is slipping through my hands, though I've heard it all before. I know you're telling me the truth. I know it's just no use, but I can't stay away from you. I know you're telling me the truth. I know it's just no use, but I can't stay away from you.
Oh, the non-stop oldies can't stay away from you. Gloria Estefan, Miami Sound Machine. What a great song that was. And here's the final one. Choice of Tony Strike in Porthleven in Cornwall. It's Men at Work and Down Under on the oldies.
Traveling in a fried-out combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Where women glow and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under. Where Peter's flow and mentioned her. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover.
Were the oldies. We loved them very much. Thank you. Forum badge on its way. Warm and sunny for most of the country, apart from some parts of Scotland where it's cloudy and wet. High of 25 in Gravesend. Lights on tonight. Aberdeen 7:22 in Hull. It's 7:13. Swansea 7:26 and Poole 7:18. Hey Steve, can we have a shout out to Carl and Steve and Graham who are back working in the water garden? Cheers. Steve, got a chance to listen to your show. We're travelling down to Battersea Landscape Show from Stoke-on-Trent, where we'll be showing our pizza ovens. Ask Bobby to be nice to us with the traffic. Regards, Nick and Sam. Okay, I've made that message now. Steve, can you please play welcome our 2-week-old grandson to the family with lots of love from his grandparents. Tony Howes from Letchworth. Thank you very much, Steve. Hey, welcome. Can I please... Oh, please can I have a shout-out? I'm driving back to Birmingham with my parents, Catherine and Nick, for my graduation. Congratulations. Currently stuck in traffic, though. Your show's keeping us going. Steve, day off. Went to Hampton Court for a day of culture, and it's been a glorious day so far. Lynn and Jeff returning to Dorset. You got it.
Hi, this is the President.
Yes.
A reminder reminding you that T's and C's apply.
Oh, yeah.
Great terms, great conditions.
In 2017, we brought you incredible gigs.
It is Deep Purple. Paloma Faye.
Thank you so much.
The one and only Liam Gallagher.
Nile Rodgers
And Radio 2 in concert is back for 2018. Already announced, Paul Weller.
Paul will play a very special show, very exciting. Thursday, the 1st of November, you can be there.
BBC Radio 2 in concert. Listen to Joe and Simon on Wednesday from 5 as they announce the rest of the lineup and reveal how you can get tickets.
Oh, I'm going to do that. The International Monetary Fund has warned that a no-deal Brexit on World Trade Organization terms would entail substantial costs for the UK economy. The IMF said that in all likely Brexit scenarios, well, that would entail costs, but a disorderly departure could lead to a significantly worse outcome. 3 dolphins have died after they were stranded on the beach in Cornwall. A pod of 11 common dolphins beached at the Godrevy headland, but 2 off-duty firefighters managed to get 8 back in the water. Dan Jarvis from the British Divers Marine Life Rescue said it was really unusual for a large number of dolphins to be stranded simultaneously. About 1,000 workers at Jaguar's Castle Bromwich plant in Birmingham will move from a 5-day to a 3-day week from October until Christmas. Jaguar Land Rover said it was making temporary adjustments to our production schedules at the factory. It affects about half the plant's 2,000 workers who will remain on full pay. Millions of jobs are likely to be displaced by automation, but we have less to fear from robots than some might think, a report from the World Economic Forum has suggested today. The Swiss think tank, you try saying that 5 times, predicts that robots will displace 75 million jobs globally by 2022, but create 133 million new ones. Well, that is a net positive, they say. Now, here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, good news. Highlands A828 at Jura has been closed for about an hour and a half following that earlier accident, but it's now open between Jura Cemetery and the church. M8 eastbound at Glasgow, we got a breakdown at 20 for the Kingston Bridge. There is 1 lane still shut while they deal with that towards 19. M62 eastbound, where it meets with the M60 at junction 12, that exit Slit Road, the Eccles interchange from the eastbound M62 onto the anti-clockwise M60 is still closed following that overturned lorry, so you've still got congestion there. M42 between 1 and 2 Redditch through from Bromsgrove. We've got a lane out each way for barrier repairs following the earlier accident. M1 southbound accident to 28 for Alfreton, still waiting to be recovered. The A14, now the A14 westbound exit Slit Road at 26 to St Ives is still closed. There's also 1 lane closed westbound on the main carriageway, so that's causing queues back towards the M11. Also the M11 northbound at 13, the exit Slit Road to Cambridge and Madingley, the A1303 route is closed for traffic management as well. The M40 southbound accident between 3 and 2 down towards Beaconsfield, that's still there. The A34 up towards the M40 from Oxford northbound at Weston on the Green, we've still got 1 lane shut where they deal recovery between there and the motorway, so still big queues through there. And the M25 problems, clockwise over the QE2 bridge, 3 lanes remain closed. The queues are not back as far as 29, I've just checked it, so you can get as far as 29 and then it slows up. And then we've got the M25 anti-clockwise, there was an accident at 25 for Enfield, 1 lane is still closed there while they deal with recovery. And then finally to the A361 at Trowbridge, still closed for the spillage between Trowbridge and Semmington, so you've got delays on towards the rugby club, but there is a diversion for you. Thanks for your updates, another one for you, 25 minutes.
Thank you to Bob Sturt. Jules is back tonight. Jules Holland at 9 o'clock returns for a new series, and tonight is joined by Man in Hat Paul Carrick. He'll be discussing his career and the new album and performing with Jules and the band. That's tonight at 9.
Some days I can't say why I'm feeling lonely, and some days I am too proud to ask for help, and I stumble through the noise trying to find some peace. A stranger in the crowd, I lose myself. So I walk down to the river where the troubles they can't find me. Let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river. I walk down troubles, they can't find me. Let the waters there remind me the sun will be there when we wake. I walk down to the river, though I might not understand it. It's not always as we planned it, but we grow stronger when we break. So I walk down to the river.
Josh Groban.
I walk down to the river.
Superb song.
Today's big question. Are you sitting comfortably? Hi, this is Jeremy Vine with a sitting in the chair hack. Upper arms should hang down freely, with forearms horizontal and wrists straight. Adjust the seat height to achieve this first. Everything then follows.
Okay.
The screen should be at arm's length, tilted perpendicular or at right angles to the eye line. If that's happening now at your desk, truly wonderful. If it's not, adjust it so that it is your plank. Call me.
Right in the afternoon.
Daley Thompson, CBE, is a double gold-winning Olympian and former four-time decathlon world record holder. Fitness continues to be an important part of Daley's life. He runs his own gym in southwest London, and he's just launched a new fitness program called Daley, D-A-L-E-Y, his name, 5, there's 5, like number 5 minutes, all one word, Daley 5 minutes. I think you're thinking, well, what's that all about? Well, let's find out, shall we, with Daley Thompson. See the way I set it up, Daley?
Yeah, no, it's like you've been doing it for years.
Yeah, no, I know that. I just rehearse. We were just talking about a thing we did. We did a pilot show for something which was a bit like the One Show so many years ago, and then we ended up not doing it. We said we didn't want to do it, or
they said they didn't want us.
So, yeah, either one or the other. But it's great to see you again. I mean, I've seen you since then, of course, mainly in the street.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. First of all, you look great. How do you stay in shape?
Well, I work out most days, to be honest, because that, for me, is my kind of fun time. It's the time when I get to think a bit. As you already said, I got this gym in Putney, and I'm there most days, and friends come in. But the two rules that I do have about exercising these days is that as soon as I get tired or start getting sweaty, I stop and do something else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nothing too intense anymore.
How is your body compared to how it was, let's say, 30 years ago?
I'm probably 40% down.
Are you?
Yeah, in all the lifts you do and like pull-ups and sit-ups, I probably do 30 or 40% less.
Yeah.
But then I'm 60, so. Yeah.
Does it depress you? I mean, not being able to do what you used to be able to do? Because
Tim, that is actually a really good question, which surprises me.
Oh, nice one, Daley.
He's picking up, isn't he? He's doing it
very, very quick.
Very quick.
No. Do you know? Absolutely, it's strange because I stopped doing all the stuff that I used to do, and now I just do stuff that I don't really have any landmarks for, so whereas I used to do like lots of running, now I do cycling and I go on the treadmill to do intervals and that kind of stuff, and use the rower and lift weights and all that kind of stuff. But if I try and do anything that I used to do, I get depressed before I even started because I know that you're nowhere close.
We know that you do your TVs and what have you and all the other things that you do. But looking back at your incredible career, what have been your highlights?
To be honest, the thing that I'm most proud of is that I actually had nearly 10 years unbeaten. I managed to stay around on the international scene for 14 or 15 years.
And that is phenomenal for a decathlete,
Thank you.
Isn't it?
Thank you, Tim.
Because your contemporaries didn't stay around for that long, did they? Not many of them.
No, and also, not to forget, it was kind of at a time when people didn't get a lot of money, so you kind of had to, at some point, go and get a job.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, of course.
In a sense, weren't you?
Absolutely.
I think it would be true to say that you've inspired a lot of people. When you look at the sport now, who do you see and who do you like?
Well, do you know what? The sport has changed quite a lot since I was doing it, mostly because I think that football has kind of taken over everything. In terms of television time, in terms of all the money and sponsorship and all that, 90% of it must go into football these days. And so therefore, 90%, probably 100% of the kids want to be footballers. So for all other sports, it's really difficult kind of finding the right sort of athletes to come in there. But we had a European Championships this year, and the pole vault there was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And we've got Asha Smith, who's in the 100 and 200. She's one of the best sprinters in the world, and hopefully she'll still be really good in a couple of years when we come round to Tokyo.
Okay, let's just take a break and we'll come back and talk to Daley some more in just a moment.
Could you teach us some basic pole vaulting during the break? Would that be
Not
okay?
during the break, but if you guys want to
go
spend
down there.
a year or two of your lives coming down there.
I've always fancied that pole vaulting, haven't you?
You got to be slightly taller, don't you?
You just got to be able to hang on to the pole.
So
I think it might be a bit more than that.
Are we taking this show on the road down to Battersea sometime one afternoon?
Oh, what a great idea.
We'll discuss that.
No is the answer. We're back with Daley in just a moment. Daley Thompson's here, everybody.
Ever had a feeling that you can't go on, trying to be strong but getting weaker, carrying the weight of every single day, haven't lost your way, feeling defeated, sat staring, counting spiral patterns on the wall. You wonder if your luck is ever gonna turn around at all. You need a little light to guide the way, waiting on the sun to shine again. You gotta keep your head up high, you gotta keep your head up high. You need a little hope to carry on in the middle of the night when you're alone. You gotta keep your head up high, you gotta keep your head up high. Your bedroom carpet stained with rosé wine, empties left behind the morning after. The distant purr of cars on soaking roads, and the street echoes the noise of laughter. The bottom of a bottle finds you almost every night. You wonder if your life is ever gonna turn out right again. You need a little light to guide the way, waiting on the sun to shine again. You gotta keep your head up high, you gotta keep your head up high. You need a little hope to carry on in the middle of the night when you're alone. You gotta keep your head up high, you gotta keep your head up high. Confused and battered by the motion of the changing tides. You're near and empty and you've barely got the will to fight. You wonder if you're gonna live or if you will survive. You need a little light to guide the way, waiting on the sun to shine again. You gotta keep your head up high, you gotta keep your head up high. You need a little hope to carry on in the middle of the night when you're alone. You gotta keep your head up high, gotta keep your head up high.
Here we are back with the great Daley Thompson, our old friend. And, OK, before the music, we were talking earlier about Daley 5 minutes. What is Daley 5 minutes? Set it up for us, Daley.
Set it up. So many people that stop and chat to me, and they always say, the thing about it is I really want to be fit and healthy, but I got no time.
Daley, the thing about it is, I really want to be fit and healthy and lose some weight, but I got no time. So, what do?
So, you start with the Daley 5 minutes. And basically what it is you join this little club, as it were, Daley 5 minutes, and you get a video every day.
Right.
They'll tell you what exercises to do today. And again, obviously it's only 5 minutes. You will get some health tips in terms of what to eat and what's good and that kind of stuff. And you will just get some encouragement, because I think that a lot of people find it difficult to make enough time in their day to do it.
And so 5 minutes is enough?
Well, do you know what? Essentially, this is for people that are just starting to exercise and for people who are slightly older. And so 5 minutes is more than enough. And it's the kind of thing by where if you like it and continue to doing it, there's lots of different steps to it. So it gets harder. In 6 months' time, it's a lot harder than it is when you start.
It sounds great. I always make the mistake of, first of all, going on the wrong diet. You know, you go on a low-carb diet and then somebody says, oh, actually, it's not about carbs, it's about something else. And then you do a bit of working out. And one time I had a guy come round. He was great, but he had me boxing. And then he had me skipping. And then he had me doing all the machines. And I would have to do that for an hour. By the time the hour came along, I'm thinking, I don't want to do that again. That's not doing me any good at all. However, 5 minutes I can do.
Well, that's what I'd like to hear.
Here's the thing, Daley. Is it enough to do 5 minutes a day?
Do you know what? If you're not doing anything, 5 minutes a day is so much better than not doing anything. And to be honest, it's much more about an attitude and just learning to fit it in your life and all that kind of stuff. And the other thing is, as you get more into the program, it gets to slightly higher intensity.
Okay.
That changes. And so instead of doing 20 seconds worth of exercise, because you have 5 exercises basically, and when you first start, you do 20 seconds of exercise and you have 40 seconds rest. And when you get to the third part of it, you actually do 40 seconds of exercise and 20 seconds rest. So the intensity changes and hopefully you can cope with it and you can move on, and there will be more.
And is there a food regime that goes with it or not?
No, there isn't a food regime that goes with it, but we do make healthy suggestions.
Okay.
So that maybe instead of chips 3 times a week, you throw in the odd carrot or you throw in, the odd crisp. But what the exercise does do, it does enable you to have a few more calories.
Yeah.
Because you're burning off a few more than you normally would.
I tell you when it breaks, and this has been my experience.
We're
it
not
breaks...
talking about wind. No. Okay.
Well, sometimes we are. No, but it breaks really when you go on holiday, or when you go on a flight, or when you're out of your routine, or when you go to a party, or when you go somewhere, and then somebody says, oh, I tell you what, just a bar of chocolate and some ice cream would be okay. And then you kind of think, yeah, I've done all the exercise I want to do. I'm okay. I've lost a little bit of weight, and then it goes
and then
back
you fall back in.
Exactly.
For me, and I have them 2 or 3 days a week, I have treat days. If you're doing the diet and you're doing the exercise, there's no reason why once or twice a week you can't treat yourself.
But Daley, you're already in good shape. I mean, you're an athlete, for goodness
But I wouldn't
sake.
necessarily be. Because at this very second, I weigh about 94 or 5 kilos.
What is that? Stones?
Probably just under 15 stone.
Oh, that's...
But I've been over 16 now.
Have you?
Absolutely. When I gave up.
Yeah.
Or when it gave me up. I just didn't do anything for 6 months, but carried on eating like I was still training. And, my weight went straight up.
Well, you look great now. Daley Thompson's new fitness program, Daily 5 Minutes, is available to sign up to right now. Really good to see you again, and you really are a hero to so many people and good mate of the show. Thank you, Daley. We'll see you next time.
Oh, thank you very
Daley
much.
Thompson.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, guys.
Daley Thompson was here.
Move yourself. You always live your life, never thinking of the future. Prove yourself. You are the move you make. Take your chances, win or loser. See yourself. You are the
Steve, loving the show. Can I get a shout out for my son Callum as I spent the weekend with him in the lakes? Walked up Great Gable and camped in Wasdale. Just dropped him off at Lancaster Uni. That's from Andrew Randall. That's great. That's fantastic. This says James and Danny from Practical Classics magazine are on the A1 in a 25-year-old Citroen AX, and they're seeing how far north they can get before running out of diesel. That's a proper experiment. It's not them being irresponsible. It's a proper experiment for the magazine. So they're just heading past Wetherby, hoping to make Aberdeen. Yeah, good luck with that then. Coming around 5 to 4. Great Britain's Radio 2, here's Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, M8 eastbound Glasgow. There was a breakdown. 20 for the Kingston Bridge through to 19 Anderston Cross. Now, it's all cleared out of the way, but it's still a little bit slow if you're heading up there. M62, no change. Eastbound at 12 for the M60. The exit Slit Road from the eastbound M62 onto the anti-clockwise M60 is still closed while they deal with the recovery. That lorry that overturned is on its wheels, but it's taking some time. The M1 southbound, 28 for Alfreton, was slow following an earlier accident. That's now cleared. The A14 westbound exit Slit Road at 26 for St Ives is still shut following that accident. There's also a lane closed on the main carriageway on the westbound side, and that's causing queues back onto the M11, and they've closed the northbound exit Slit Road at 13. That's the Madingley A1303 turn, so that's still shut for traffic management. That's why it's slow. A34 towards the M40 on the northbound side, Western on the Green, between there and the motorway, they've still got a lane out for recovery following that earlier accident. So if you're heading out of Oxford, you've still got queues. And the M25 got a new problem now for you. Anti-clockwise, 13 to 12 to the M3, holding the traffic to move a broken down vehicle. Hopefully that's just temporary and you should be on your way soon. And then to the M25 over the QE2 bridge. So clockwise, still 3 lanes shut following that earlier accident. And finally, Trowbridge, the A361 still closed between Trowbridge and Semmington. Back with another one for you, half an hour.
Thank you. This was a thing. Paul Hardcastle, Rainforest. was an early tune that was a mixture of dance and new age, I suppose, that eventually became chill out. Huge hit, Paul Hardcastle and Rainforest. Hey, good afternoon, look, you're on the big show. Coming up next out, the socials, factoids. There's Tim, there's Bobby, there's Tom, there's Showjo on sports. There's our guest, the brilliant actor Sarah Steele, and the entertainment cuts, Rihanna and Michael Douglas, and much more. United Kingdom, across planet Earth. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital radio and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Tom Hourigan. The International Monetary Fund has warned that if Britain leaves the EU without a deal, it would inflict substantial costs on the UK economy. In its latest assessment of the state of Britain's finances, the IMF said a disorderly departure would be particularly damaging. Downing Street says the government is confident a deal will be reached, but plans are in place for all possible outcomes. Chris Fletcher from the Manchester Chamber of Commerce says his members are desperate for clarity.
A lot of businesses are still absolutely uncertain about which direction this is going and which direction they should be taking to help offset. And unfortunately, when you're left with a void or a vacuum of certainty, the only option is really to plan for the worst.
Jaguar Land Rover is moving workers at its Castle Bromwich plant in the West Midlands to a 3-day week until Christmas. The measure's understood to be related to concerns about falling diesel sales and uncertainty over Brexit. The company said it was investing heavily in new technologies and remained committed to Britain. An inquiry has decided that a chief constable does have a misconduct case to answer after claiming his mobile phone had been run over by a car when he had in fact damaged the phone himself in a fit of temper on a golf course. Our Home Affairs correspondent Danny Shaw has more.
Last September, Mike Veal told colleagues his iPhone had been damaged by a vehicle after he dropped it in a golf club car park. But the Independent Office for Police Conduct said the chief constable's account was different to the truth. The phone had been in his golf bag when he swung a club at it in frustration after playing a poor shot. Mr. Veal claimed the initial version he'd given was to avoid embarrassment for damaging his phone in a ridiculous way. He said he'd been under a great deal of pressure because his force was investigating sexual abuse allegations against the late Prime Minister, Sir Edward Heath.
A reward is being offered for information after needles were found hidden inside strawberries at a number of sites across Australia. Several brands of strawberries are believed to have been contaminated and have been withdrawn from supermarkets. This woman is originally from Ireland and is currently working on a strawberry farm in Australia. She says there's plenty of speculation about how it happened.
Was it a stranger that just walks in off the street and decides to be a public nuisance? You just don't know. But then at least that we can cover ourselves. We're going to have CCTV on all the metal detectors and everything so that we can then say that when we sent the fruit out, it was completely metal-free.
Police in Nottinghamshire have questioned a teenager and seized a moped after a boy was seriously hurt while copying a YouTube stunt. Doctors say Tyler Hollingworth, who's 11, was left with injuries similar to those inflicted by high levels of G-force. His mother released a video of the stunt, which shows Tyler lying on a playground roundabout, which was being spun around by the wheel of a moped. And that's the BBC News at 4:03. Our next at 5.
Tom, thanks very much. Sport now with Showjo Soccer.
Good afternoon. The Rugby Football Union is to reintroduce contracts for the England women's 15-a-side players to make them fully professional. 28 full-time deals will be available from the 1st of January next year. Contracts were previously awarded based on the next major tournament. The Derby County manager, Frank Lampard's been charged with improper conduct by the FA following his side's 1-0 defeat at Rotherham in the Championship on Saturday. Lampard was sent from the dugout after leaving his technical technical area to complain about a decision with the referee. Laura Muir's finished the 2018 season as the number 1 ranked female 1500 metres runner in the world. Muir won gold at the European Championships and was crowned Diamond League champion. And the Great Britain and England hockey goalkeeper Maddie Hinch is taking a break from international hockey. Since 2012, she's played in 15 consecutive major tournaments, winning gold at the Olympics and at the European Championships. Hinch says she needs to recharge both physically and mentally.
Thank you, Show Joe, and he'll be back with Joe and Simon after 5. Good afternoon, you're on The Big Show.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. La, la,
version. It's pretty good, that. How do they do that? That's Tony Braxton. Sarah Cox is on the air at 10 tonight. Sarah brings you a mix of great music, guests and chat to round off your day. OJ Borge at midnight with Midnight Mastermind and Wish You Were There. Plus all of your texts and tweets and emails right through until the early hours. And then at 3 a.m. it's Tom Robinson's Sounds of the 70s.
Hey everyone, thanks very much. This is Paul McCartney. Yesterday I saw this guy, right? He spilled all his Scrabble letters on the road. I said, what's the word on the street? How many points do you get for that?
Quite a lot.
It's a whole board. I think he won.
Want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon? Email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
I was once out strolling one very hot summer's day, when I thought I'd lay myself down to rest in a big field of tall grass. I lay there in the sun and felt it caressing my face as I fell asleep and dreamed. I dreamed I was in a Hollywood movie, and that I was the star of the movie. This really blew my mind. The fact that me, an overfed, long-haired, leaping gnome, should be the star of a Hollywood movie. But there I was. I was taken to a place, the Hall of the Mountain King. I stood high upon a mountain top, naked to the world, in front of every kind of girl. There was long ones, tall ones, short ones, brown ones, black ones, round ones, big ones, crazy ones. Out of the middle came a lady. She whispered in my ear something crazy. She said, "Still wine, take that girl. Still wine, take that girl. Still wine, take that girl. Still wine, take that girl." I thought to myself, what could that mean? Am I going crazy? Or is this just a dream? Now wait a minute, I know I'm lying in a field of grass somewhere, so it's all in my head. And then I heard her say, one more time, "Still wine, take that girl. Still wine, take that girl. Still wine, take that girl. Still wine, take that girl." I could feel hot flames of fire roaring at my back as she disappeared, but soon she returned. In her hand was a bottle of wine, in the other a glass. She poured some of the wine from the bottle into the glass and raised it to her lips. And just before she drank,
That's Eric Burden and War. What a great oldie. It's very, very, 68, 69 hippie. It's hippie, innit? Spell the wine. No, I don't know. As university starts, hashtag Welcome Week is trending on Twitter this afternoon. Good luck to everyone starting university, says Mita, who tweets, "Welcome to this exciting time of your life. To meet new friends, learn about yourself, have a great time. Don't worry if it feels daunting. Can take time to settle and to know what you're not, and to know that you're not alone. Hashtag Welcome Week." Joaquin Phoenix is trending on Google as we get the first look of him on the set of the new Joker movie, and he looks suitably Joker-ish. Our old friend Ricky Wilson and the rest of the Kaisers have announced that they're currently in the studio recording new music, and they'll be doing a massive UK tour next year, starting in Glasgow on January 24th. American horror film The Nun has stayed at number 1 at the UK box office over the weekend, taking over 1.8 million, which was more than both Crazy Rich Asians and The Predator. And Rihanna has closed New York Fashion Week with her annual Diamond Ball. It's the 4th time she's hosted that event, and she says it's getting better every year.
The first Diamond Ball, of course, was a huge impact. I couldn't believe the turnout and the support that we got that night. But it makes me proud every year to see people come back, to see more people want to get involved, different supporters want to share the same passion about the causes that we support, so it feels good.
Yeah, that's Rihanna. As New York Fashion Week finishes, then London Fashion Week has started. Hailey Baldwin was on the red carpet for the big launch and couldn't wait for it to get going.
I just think people that all do the same thing in one way or another coming together to be able to celebrate that is just really awesome. To be able to be in a room with people that
it's real awesome.
Have influenced my career, that are a part of my career, friends of mine, it's really fun.
Now, Will and Grace star Eric McCormack's the latest celeb to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Michael Douglas was there for the unveiling and remembered when he guest starred in an episode back in 2002.
Anyway, so we're sitting on Will's couch in front of the studio audience, and instead of the line that Eric has, Will, his character, says, you know, I used to get turned on watching Streets of San Francisco. The crowd went wild, but I was not going to let this young son of a gun win. I didn't break. I just waited for the laughter to die down. And I said, you like Carl Malden that much, huh?
Come back and haunt me, I'm right where you left me late night, drowning in whiskey, yeah. Sunrise, then see the daylight vampires, hide till the midnight, how long have I been here? Anything we were, and anything we had, I know that it's said and done, but I keep holding on to anything we were, and anything we had, I know that it's said and done, said and done. If only I believed in ghosts, I know I'd ask you to hold my lost and lonely soul, my only soul, yeah. I'd never met you, but I can't regret you. God knows I tried to forget you. If only you'd come back, hide in the shadow phantom, appear at the window midnight, we'll meet at the crossroads. Anything we were, and anything we had, I know that it's said and done, said and done. If only I believed in ghosts, I know I'd ask you to hold my lost and lonely soul, my only soul. If only I believed in ghosts, I know I'd ask you to hold my lost and lonely soul, my only soul, my only soul, my only soul, my only. Come back and hold me, come back and hold me, come back, my only soul, come back, my only, come back and hold me, come back and hold me, come back, my only soul.
great. My Only Soul. Billy Lockett. Now, let's do some more factoids. Here's Tim Smith.
The very first instance of a newspaper goes back as far as 59 BC with Julius Caesar. He commissioned a daily list of announcements carved into metal or stone and displayed publicly.
Facebook's main colour is blue because Mark Zuckerberg suffers from red-green colour blindness.
Of the 35,000 known species of spiders, only about 500 can bite humans. And of those 500, only 20 to 30 are significantly poisonous. We went to the Natural History Museum in Oxford yesterday afternoon. Boy, did we see a couple of dirty, great big tarantulas there.
Did you?
Yeah, in a case, moving around. Massive things.
Did you kind of back away from them?
Just a touch.
Even though they're inside there, you think, well, what if they got out?
I know, it's a real psychological effect. You look and you think, wow. I mean, it's the size of a hand.
I know,
It really
I know.
is.
When we breathe through our nose, we always inhale more air from one nostril than the other one, and this changes every 15 minutes.
Factoids.
The finest horse I've ever seen, standing 16, 1 or 2, with eyes wild and green. You ride the horse so well, hands light to the touch. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. When you ride into the night without a trace behind, run your claw along my gut one last time. I turn to face an empty space where you used to lie, and look for the spark that lights the night through a teardrop in my eye. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
Talk about earlier, I really must tell you about some of the guests this week. Tomorrow we've got Mark Mason, trivia lover, discussing his book, The Book of Seconds, the incredible stories of the ones that didn't quite win. In other words, things that came in second. Also, documentary maker Cherry Healey, you'll know her from Inside the Factory, talking about her documentary Sex, Knives and Liposuction. Jack Dee and Kerry Godliman on Wednesday, starring in the second series of the ITV comedy Bad Move, and Alan Johnson, former Home Secretary, discussing his latest memoir. Thursday, James and Tom Morton, the father and son, have written a book together now called Shetland, Cooking on the Edge of the World. And Prue Leith, talking of cooking, Bake Off judge, yes, has published her first cookbook in 25 years. And Sir Trevor McDonald, talking about his brand new documentary To Catch a Serial Killer. And then on Friday, hey, we've got David Essex.
Oh, great. I like David Essex. We haven't spoken to him for ages.
No.
Good old David Essex.
Yeah. What you got?
Very interesting report tonight says robot bricklayers could be seen on British building sites in the near future. Manufacturers claim that robots can lay 3,000 bricks a day without a tea break, while the human averages about 600. A survey of I don't believe this for 1 minute, but a survey of 400 construction firms shows that 47% in the UK are receptive to using robots. Globally, a third support the idea, mainly because they're thinking about this, mainly because of falling EU immigration and also the fact that we've got record employment in some circles in the UK.
I want the skilled person.
So do
I want the person I can talk to. I want the person who's going to say, oh yeah, I can do that instead. I want that person.
How can a robot possibly hold a trowel and mix the concrete in that machine?
Exactly.
How can a robot do that? It can't be done.
I'm with you. Inescapable costs like childcare and disability should be considered alongside income when measuring poverty in the UK, experts saying today. I'm going to look at the anniversaries in just a second for you. Amid rising concern about the numbers of further education colleges needing emergency government bailouts, new analysis today shows how far their budgets have been squeezed. The money allocated to 16 to 18-year-old college students has dropped 8% since 2010, says a report by the Institute of Fiscal Studies. And let's take a little look at the anniversaries. And the crown jewels are stolen in Paris this day, 1792. 1931, what do you think was introduced or were introduced, Tim, by the RCA Victor Company? This day, 1931.
What was introduced? Something to do with records? The 45 RPM single.
Long playing records, 33 RPM records were introduced by the RCA Company, and I'm just thinking Radio Corporation of America.
Yes.
RCA Victor, 1931. Sir Francis Chichester, who was that?
He sailed around the world.
Yeah, 1901, when he was born, English yachtsman and aviator who was knighted for sailing around the world solo in
69.
What the name of the boat?
Gypsy Moth.
Is correct. Anne Bancroft, 1931.
American actress.
Yes.
Married to Mel Brooks.
I said Gypsy Moth anyway, didn't I? That's how you got that.
No.
Yeah. Go on, what?
No, she's an American actress.
Yes.
Are you trying to seduce me, Mrs. Robinson?
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The late Anne Bancroft, she was brilliant. You're on the big show.
Whenever dark is falling, you know the spirit of the party starts to come alive until the day is dawning. You can throw out all your blues and hit the city lights, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. Give me the night. Give me the night. The evening action, a place to dine, a glass of wine, a little late romance. It's a chain reaction. You'll see the people of the world coming out to dance, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. Give me the night. Give me the night. So come on out tonight. We'll lead the others on a ride through paradise. And if you feel alright, then we can be lovers, 'cause I see that starlight look in your eyes. Don't you know we can find? If we stay together, we'll feel the rhythm of the evening taking us up high. Never mind the weather, we'll be dancing in the street until the morning light, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. Give me the night. Give me the night.
give me the night. Steve, we are travelling from New Zealand to catch up with friends in Scotland on the motorway heading north. That's a hell of a trip. Oh, we must have got the plane first. That's Jane and Stephen. Steve, banging tunes. Give us a shout out while I'm watching for my wife to come out of the doctors. The dogs are sulking in the back, so anything to drown his moaning would be great. Keep up the good work from Andy. Half hour, we'll talk to Sarah Steele, actress starring in The Humans at the Hampstead Theatre in London. It's precisely 4:30 in the UK. Here's Bobby Pryor.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the Highlands, the A87. The Skye Bridge is closed to high-sided vehicles because it's too windy. M6 on the northbound side, 20 to 21 up to Woolston. Accident there. We've got 2 lanes shut, so queuing back. If you're heading towards the viaduct, it is very, very slow. M6 heading northbound further down. Birmingham, 6 to 7 up from Spaghetti Junction to Great Bar. We've got a breakdown, so 1 lane is shut there. Problems for the M25. Now, if you're heading clockwise over the QE2 bridge, we did have a situation where they were holding all the traffic. Then 3 lanes were closed. Now 1 lane is shut. The back of the queue is now to 28. So it's slow from the A12, and also surrounding routes are starting to have an effect because of that, or starting to feel the effect of that, beg your pardon. Also anti-clockwise, they were holding the traffic down at junction 13 for Staines. That accident has gone, but if you're heading on the anti-clockwise side, 14 Heathrow starts to slow all the way to 11 at Chertsey now, but it is a clear run down towards the M3, and there was some slow traffic on the M3 southbound on the approach to the M25, but that has now cleared out of the way. A34 Western on the Green, it looks like still really heavy traffic if you're heading up to the M40 following the earlier accident. A14 westbound junction 26 St Ives, the exit Slit Road remains closed onto the A1096. They've also closed a lane on the main carriageway, so that's still heavy. The M11 northbound exit Slit Road at 13 at Madingley. The A1303 is also shut. You can't get off there, and that's to help with traffic management, so it's very, very slow. Finally, Cornwall A30 westbound at Scurrier. We've got a broken down vehicle at the A3047, so at least 1 lane is shut. Back with another one for you, 25 minutes.
Thank you.
But now you take my breath away. Suddenly you're
course, and More Than a Woman. Here's me and Tim returning for some factoids. What you got, Tim?
Statistically, the most productive day of the work week is Tuesday for some reason.
Richard Branson's first successful business venture was only at 16 years old in the form of a magazine named Student, which is sort of ironic because he dropped out of school that same year.
Do you know who first took pigs to the Americas?
Well, it's not Christopher Columbus, is it?
It is Christopher Columbus, yeah. He brought the
Where'd he
first
get them
pigs. He brought them from Spain, I guess. That's where he set out from, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Spain.
I believe
he
so.
actually took them to Cuba, okay, in 1493.
What, for a holiday?
Hernando de Soto. Somebody called Hernando de Soto brought the first pigs to North America, okay?
Right.
So he was in Cuba. He brought them to the mainland. He landed in Florida with 13 pigs in 1539.
And where do we get the expression saved your bacon from?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know either.
Factoids.
BBC Radio 2.
People get tired. People get old. People get forgotten. People get sold. People get sold. There is no theory of everything. Now I'm acting like attention, no crime to forgive. Some between them then and now. Never really knowing the why and how. People break down. People move on. People can't cope. People stay strong. People give in. People stay strong. People get happy. People get lost. People cave inwards. People lose trust. People lose trust. There is no theory of everything. Now I'm acting like attention, no crime to forgive. Some between them and now. Never really knowing the why and how. People break down. People move on. People can't cope. People stay strong. People give in. People stay strong. Break down. Move on. Stay. There is no theory of everything. Now I'm acting like attention, no crime to forgive. Torn between them then and now. Never really knowing the why and how. People break down.
My friends Joe and Simon are back. After 5, Joe and Simon are joined by comedian Harry Hill, another of my friends. Plus, there's another end of days quiz, new confession, and more life hacks. After 5, Joe and Simon.
People stay strong.
BBC
BBC Three.
There's a female assassin operating internationally, and she's targeted a number of influential people.
A critically acclaimed new drama on BBC Three.
Who are you?
Huge question.
Why are you doing this to me?
I have absolutely no idea.
Killing Eve.
She will keep hurting people until I catch her, okay? I have to find her. She wants me to find her.
Watch the full box set exclusively on BBC iPlayer.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
Sarah Steele is with us.
Yay!
All right. Here, Sarah. I know that you might be unfamiliar with our programme, but you get a round of applause. How are you? Good afternoon.
Oh, thank you so much.
Listen,
Wow.
I'm going to tell people about you.
Okay, great.
All right. Sarah Steele is an American TV and stage actor who played Marissa Gold in the political and legal drama The Good Wife. She continues to play Marissa in the sequel, The Good Fight. Sarah's had roles in Girls, Nurse Jackie, Blue Bloods and Gossip Girl, but she's also star of stage, and Sarah's currently in the UK in the cast of The Humans at the Hampstead Theatre. And I was just saying, so the run is for a while yet, and then you go back to America and do The Good Fight, right? So you work really hard. Yeah, it's insane.
Well, you know, the life of an actor. It's like, yeah, I work really hard for stretches, and then I go stretches where I don't work at all and think I'll never work again, you know?
This is a really unusual piece, isn't it? The Humans. What can you tell us about it? I mean, I can tell people about it, but it's kind of more than it is, in a sense. There's lots of little nuancy stuff going on. Basically, it's set in New York at Thanksgiving. You play Bridget Blake, who's a musician. You got 3 generations of your family coming over for Thanksgiving at an apartment that you share with your boyfriend, Richard. But that's the basis of it. But then there's a whole load of dynamics going on, right?
Yes, I think what's really cool and unusual about The Humans is that it's a real-time play, meaning that it's one scene and we're sort of shot out of a cannon, and you basically just watch this family interact for an hour and a half. So there's no breaks where like the lights go down and it comes back up. It just happens in 90 real minutes.
And it's pacey with lots of people talking over each other, and
Yes.
you're catching up with the relationships that people have got so far, and then you have to make an assessment of what that relationship is about, and then suddenly it changes.
Yes, the play really doesn't help you along. You know, you have to really lean in and pay very close attention.
Which is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, which is great.
Is it that very reason that drew you to it?
Yes, I mean, I think for an actor, it's really the greatest privilege to do work that's as naturalistic as The Humans is, and as all of Stephen Karam's work is.
And it's already done very well in the States, of course.
Yes, yeah.
Award-winning, yeah. Is it quite draining? It sounds like it's, as an actress,
Yeah.
is it a draining role? Is it a draining production?
It is. I mean, I think it partly is very draining for me just because my character is hosting the event.
So you're on stage
And
the entire time?
On stage the entire time. And as we all know, hosting numerous generations of your family is very, very stressful. Yeah, doing that 8 times a week is certainly...
Now you put it like that.
Yeah.
Just
I'm basically hosting my family
In that
at
context,
Thanksgiving.
it's going to be draining.
8 times a week.
Think Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, this is not a great leap of the imagination. Do some relationships dissolve around the edges during this time?
Well, you know, in the same way that it probably does at your Christmas, it's like the death of 1,000 little pokes. You
Yeah.
know, it's more like that prolonged discomfort of exactly how your family
This
is
is a
like,
look at human
probably.
nature in a
Yeah,
sense, I
exactly.
guess.
Yeah.
This is the American cast, isn't it?
It
Up
is,
there in
yeah.
Hampstead. What's that like? Is it strange doing it in London?
Well, you know, I said this in another interview the other day. What's so interesting about it is that you all react quite differently from American audiences. You know, American audiences laugh to prove to you that they understand.
In recognition of what's going on.
Yes, but they're more performative in their response.
Yeah.
And the British don't seem to do that. They're more reserved. So they're not giving us quite as much energy to sort of work off of. So we have to
Oh no, but
pump up what we're doing.
come on, we give way in the end, don't we? Last half an hour, but we're wild.
I bet we're not.
pretty reserved.
Makes your job slightly harder in a sense, then.
Yes, I mean, but actually, I like it because the play is so detailed, and some of those details were getting lost in America because the response was so boisterous. So, like, there were certain lines of mine, for instance, that I think really in America never got heard, that are being heard here because you guys aren't laughing.
Yeah. See, we don't need to demonstrate to let you know we understand what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
We're just quietly amused
Observing.
side.
Yeah.
What's your favourite then, Sarah? Do you prefer television, movies, plays? What's your thing?
It depends on the project, really. I've certainly been in some bad plays that weren't all that fun to do, and I've been in some great movies that were more fun. But I would say generally the stage is where I have the most fun.
So, television, do you do that thing like for the series where you have to get up at 6, make up, your lines already learned, work through the day? Is that the...
Yeah, and it's earlier than that. We start at like 5 a.m. It's crazy.
Where do you film it?
In a studio in Brooklyn, Greenpoint.
Oh, that's okay, though. That's all right.
Yeah, it's great. It's
that's
near
real,
where I
isn't it?
live. It's great. But yeah, I mean, the hours, one of the reasons that I prefer the stage. Show up at 6 p.m.
When it's done, it's done, right?
It's done, precisely.
And you've got some of the best restaurants up there in Hampstead, by the way.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Have you not been to any yet?
I haven't really been getting out much.
Oh, you should get out more, as they say.
Oh, crikey. You should all go out as a cast and do some sightseeing. Get yourself down to the Tower of London. Get up to Stratford-upon-Avon.
Okay.
Yeah, all those.
I don't know anything of what you're saying.
This is where Shakespeare came from.
Okay. I thought you said you liked plays. You've heard of Shakespeare, haven't you?
I'm not a bookish actress.
Good for you.
You can see Sarah Steele in The Humans. It's at the Hampstead Theatre through until the 13th of October. Really nice to meet you. It's great, and good luck with all your endeavours, including the television. And get up there and have a look around Hampstead and have a look around the UK. It's Sarah Steele, everybody.
Somebody told me, or everything she wants is everything she sees. I guess I must have loved you, because I said you were the perfect girl for me, baby. And now I'm 6 months older, and everything you want and everything you see is out of reach.
the net on Closer Online. Headline says, wait a minute, Danny Dyer is leaving EastEnders. But don't worry, it's not permanent. It's not permanent. He will take around 6 weeks off, as he's been cast alongside Martin Freeman in a Harold Pinter play. So he's not really leaving at all. NME.com says Hosier announces massive UK and Ireland tour. And on loudersound.com, Dave Grohl to appear in Sesame Street.
The Mercury Prize winner,
Skepta.
Benjamin Clementine.
Zamfar.
One of the most prestigious awards in music has materialised for another year.
I feel like a winner just because my music is considered.
I'll be exploring the 12 shortlisted albums through the minds of their creators.
When you record something first, you really capture how you felt.
You can hear live performances and exclusive interviews from the ceremony before we finally reveal the album of the year.
Thank you guys so much.
Be the first to find out who will win this year's Mercury Music Prize with me, Tom Ravenscroft.
The Mercury Prize.
Thursday night from 7 on BBC Radio 6 Music.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Everything has got and round. Oh, I'm here again with a sunshine smile upon my face, my friends. A glass at hand, and all my inhibitions have disappeared without a trace. I'm mad. Oh, I found somebody who I can rely on. This is the return of the space cowboy into planetary good vibes on. Say at the speed of Chiba, oh, you and I go deeper. Maybe I have to get high to get by. Hey, I got that Chiba vibe. Everything is good, high and green. Say I'm ready again, and I don't suppose I'm coming down. I can see clearly, so high in the sky. A man with psychedelic picture frames, not happiness to share his eyes. He's glad, oh, that he found somebody who he can rely on. This is the return of the space cowboy into planetary good vibes zone. Say at the speed of Chiba, oh, you and I got deeper. Hey, now maybe I'll have to get high just to get by. Hey, maybe I'm gonna have to get high. Hey, maybe I'm gonna have to get so high. Hey, so high, yeah, so high, yeah, you and I. Now this is the return of Space Cowboy, interplanetary good vibe zone.
Still loving Jamiroquai. Space Cowboy. Hey, Steve, on the way back to Leicester, towing Colin the Caravan. Is that the name of the caravan? The caravan's called Colin. After a weekend in Devon, very slow progress. Say a cheery howdy doody to help us on our way. Howdy doody. Loving your little show. That's Jenny and Jim Walsh. You got it. 5 to 5 now. Here's Bobby. What's happening?
Thanks, Steve. First of all, to the M6 on northbound 20 to 21 up to Woolston. Still one lane shut following that earlier accident. The queue is back past 19 for Knutsford now, so that's a heavy queue. M62 eastbound at 12 for the M60. The anti-clockwise exit Slip Road onto the M60 from the eastbound M62. Still closed following that earlier accident today with the overturned lorry. M6 heading north. There's a new breakdown between 5 and 6 up from Castle Bromwich, and another one still between 6 and 7 at Great Bar, so you've got a lane closed there as well on that stretch. The A14 westbound exit Slip Road at 26, so going off to St Ives is still shut. There's one lane closed on the main carriageway, so that's causing big queues. If you're heading up the M11, you cannot get off on the northbound exit Slip at junction 13. That's closed for traffic management. To the M25 now, clockwise busy between 13 and 16 to the M40. Over the QE2 bridge, all lanes are finally open, but the queue is almost back to 27 for the M11, but not quite. And then we've got on the anti-clockwise side, busy queues between 14 and 11 at Chertsey. There was an accident just past the M3, which didn't help. M5 southbound, we got an accident. Junctions 1 to 2, one lane is shut. And good news for the A34, all clear now up towards the M40. The accident's gone. It's still slow, but it's all lanes open. And finally, the M4 westbound, accident at 30 for Cardiff Gate. We've got one lane shut, and I'll have more for you in half an hour. Joe and Simon.
Yeah, traffic management. Yeah, I got that, yeah. I know what that is.
I don't know if I can make it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can make it, but just watch me try. Watch me try. When it feels like all my chances end in empty sighs, I remember that the only thing that I can lose is pride. And you know I got to try. Even though my heart is on the line, even if I'm broken on the inside, there's nothing I won't do to make it right. You know I got to try. All I know is nothing certain, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. It's only myself that I'm hurting if I don't try. If I don't try. When it feels like all my hopes and dreams are shattered into dust, I remember that the only thing I have to do is trust. And you know I got to try. Even though my heart is on the line, and even if I'm broken on the inside, there's nothing I won't do to make it right. You know I got to try. We don't need anyone to tell us this is golden. I can see that there are diamonds.
And you got to try. It's Rick Astley.
BBC Radio 2.
Joe and Simon return after the 5 o'clock news with Harry Hill. We return tomorrow talking about plastic surgery with Cherry Healy. Good evening.